Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Jaime Munguia, Dennis Hogan. What a hell of a fight. You know, a lot of people right after the fight, you hear the judges, you see the judges' scorecards. They had a very, very close fight. And then you hear the DAZN announcers coming out stating that, they had it for Dennis Hogan. They felt Dennis Hogan won the fight. And if we have to break it down honestly and unbiasedly, we have to look at what happened in the fight and what transpired. Dennis Hogan was not the aggressor in the fight. He simply was not. That was Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia was moving forward all night. Jaime Munguia was putting in good work at times. But on the reverse end, Dennis Hogan was landing hard shots every few rounds. And he moved Jaime Munguia back. He stumbled Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia defense was lacking in a lot of rounds. He was getting hit with overhand shots and hooks that he simply should not have been getting hit with. But that did score Dennis Hogan some very good points, some very good rounds, and a very close fight. That's the type of fight it was. It was an extremely close fight. It was a tight fight, but I gave it to Jaime Munguia by one round. And the 12th round sealed it for me. I feel like, he was just going after Dennis Hogan that entire round. But I think that, this is a lesson for Jaime Munguia early in his career. Because, we already knew that Jaime Munguia is still somewhat green. We know that he still needs to improve. But his defense abilities was exposed tonight. The fact that he left his chin open unguarded, the fact that he was rocked and moved back multiple times, that is an issue. You should not have tight fights with Dennis Hogan. Yes, we knew that Dennis Hogan came into this fight. He fought to survive. Dennis Hogan didn't fight to win. He fought to survive. That's why on the first 4 rounds, all he did was run from Jaime Munguia. The entire first 4 rounds, he simply ran from Jaime Munguia. He ran all night, but the first 4 rounds especially, he was really not wanting to engage. After that, he landed a couple of good shots. He won rounds, and I give him his credit. It was a very close fight, competitive fight. This in no way, shape, or form was a robbery. I do give this fight to Jaime Munguia. It was a very close fight. I wouldn't have even been mad at a draw. I could see a draw happening. I could see Jaime Munguia and Dennis Hogan having a draw. I would love to see a rematch to see which fighter can improve and step up and do better in the rematch. But simply put, Jaime Munguia has to fix his defensive liabilities. He has to be able to, to keep his hands up when fighting, to block and parry shots off of his glove, to move his head. What the hell are you doing? He needs a new trainer. He needs to be trained in an adequate and, a technical way. He needs to either listen to his trainer or get a new trainer. In either way, he probably needs a new trainer because he's not listening to a trainer that he doesn't respect. At this point, Jaime Munguia is not a finished product. He needs to go back to the drawing board and become defensively responsible. That's what he needs to do. As far as offensively, I think his offensive output wasn't too bad. I think the problem was he was doing a lot of swinging and missing at times. And the reason for that is that he was unable to effectively cut off the ring. And I think that that's another thing in Jaime Munguia's camp that he needs to do. He needs to learn how to effectively cut off the ring. But these are the growing pains of young fighters. You have to understand that Jaime Munguia, I believe, is only 22 years old. He's a very young fighter, and he's already a world champion. He's already accomplished a lot, so he's going to have close, tight fights. He's going to have growing pains. He's not elite. He's not at the best, and he's nowhere near his prime. So our expectation for Jaime Munguia is not to go out there and be an elite level fighter, fight after a fight. Our expectations for Jaime Munguia is to show improvements fight by fight. And in this fight, he showed no improvement. He did show that he has a lot of heart. He'll fight to the end. He'll battle to the end. He has a sturdy chin. But what we didn't see from Jaime Munguia is improved defense, improved footwork. We didn't see Jaime Munguia, come in prepared for a guy that we all knew who was going to move and run around the ring. There was no surprise that Dennis Hogan was going to go in there and move and try to exhaust Jaime Munguia, and Jaime Munguia got exhausted. That's another problem. His conditioning needs to be better. He needs to learn how to cut off the ring, and his defense needs to become more responsible. You can't keep having these type of fights this close, because what ends up happening, if you don't stop the guy, then you're going to the scorecards fight after fight, and then you're having close, tight fights, which is unacceptable when you're growing, because at this point even Jaime Munguia was supposed to stop this guy. There was no reason why Jaime Munguia didn't stop this guy, and he didn't stop him because he didn't look prepared for the challenge that lay ahead of him. Hopefully this is a wake-up call, but once again, I don't have it a robbery. I could have seen a draw, but I'm okay with Jaime Munguia winning. I had him winning by a round on my card, but once again, unbiased as always. It's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.